Hey, welcome back, boys and girls. So this past week was the playoffs to win Asami, the legendary beam pilot, and a variety of other things too, but I don't know what the developers were doing with this. So the conversation must have been like, how can we piss the players off more? Oh, here's a good idea. Let's make an event where we have to do kills without damage. So basically the only way we could do that was with rocket mortars. I couldn't really find a better way to do this. Being that players are already pissed off enough with rocket mortars, I don't know why you would do this and make players more unhappy, but well. Anyway, here's my hanger again. So it's still the same as it was last time. It's stacking up a bit of power now, but let's get into our events list here. So you can see I'm currently sitting second with about 3.5 hours, roughly, left to go. And here's all the points so far that I've put in. So you'll see that not too many of the other tasks that I've done here have been high points, but the kills without damage is definitely the number one thing that I needed to do. From a free or low budget player, this was the best way to do it. Just grind away with rocket mortars, killing stuff from behind a wall. Sounds like lots of fun, doesn't it, boys and girls? I can tell you now, I've had enough of my rocket mortars. But here's our tasks. Here are our prizes. So Asami 3-star was the main prize. Here, there we are. So yeah, and then this is one of the things I was really playing for was advanced implants crate, hoping to get something decent from the implants, and we'll see what I win at the end. The 30,000 implant parts is a really good prize, and so are the 5,000 pilot marks. So a few things there to really push up the power of my hanger. And then you've got the kill shot dash damage implants. So again, another top tier item. Even if I'm not going to use it, I'm certainly not going to delete it because I may use it in the future. Obviously, I don't have a kill shot built up that will actually use it at this point. Anyway, let's get into some ordinary gameplay. So we'll start off with my Stalker. This is one of the things I did do this week. I've sped up the video because it's mortars. Nobody wants to sit here and watch me mortar for 3 rounds straight. Sorry, 2 rounds straight. Whatever it worked out to be. But yeah, so half of my reasoning for this too was I thought, well, while I'm mortaring, why not clear some mech tasks as well? So mortaring for the Stalker is one of the mech tasks. You have to do X amount of damage with rocket mortars. Offhand, I can't think what it is, but yeah. So this was what I was doing for a good portion of the week. Just going one-arm bandit style with a Stalker and just killing stuff. Mostly just AI bots. So anyway, we'll keep watching this and we'll get into the next match soon.
Unstoppable. Smackdown. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so you will also notice that every time I launch a set of rockets that I'm setting off the ability. There's 2 reasons for that too. One was to make sure I actually killed stuff, but 2, there are 1 or 2 bots or tasks that require you to kill stuff with the Stalker's ability active. So I just figured that if I keep the ability going every time I shot off a set of rockets, chances are I'll hit something that contributes to one of the other side tasks other than the mortars that I'm aiming at. So there you go. So I'm trying not to talk so much, but yeah, this is very boring gameplay. And there we go, another one with the Stalker ability active. I can't think of the name of the ability at the moment, so yeah, don't shoot me.
Rampage. Well done. Smackdown. Well done. 3, 2, 1.
And there we go, done and dusted for that round. So we jumped on top of the podium with 16 kills, but we really needed 18 because every 6 kills was 100 points. But yeah, I had a lot of matches where it was 18 to 20 kills. So. And the other mech task I was aiming at too was this old rocket, the Paragon. And again, you'll see me activate the ability, and again, like I said with the Stalker, there's a certain couple of bots that you have to kill with Paragon's ability active. So again, I was just launching rockets and then dancing on the spot with the ability kicking along. So one thing I will say for going one-arm bandit though, and it does teach you a bit more with the rocket mortars, was really watching the map and trying to pick choke points, because really you were looking at every 12 seconds that you were launching something. So if you missed a shot, you may as well have gone and made a coffee and then come back and fired your next round off. But we're doing alright at this point.
Smackdown. Well done. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, take 2. Come on, target. Pick something up. There we go. So, one thing I did notice that they have changed, and I think they actually did this because you had to try and get things without getting kills, was some of the AI are now programmed to just push right up to you and hunt you. As you can see, I used the ability and ran away with that. So that was just paying attention to what was around, and then just wait until I had a clear point to get back across here and keep bombing away. This has got to be the most boring way to play any game, but it is a good point scoring thing for tournament, and it is a good way to kill stuff without getting any damage, being that most of the AI have an auto aim now, so dodging things like snipers and that's just not possible. Anyway, we're getting close to the end of the round. Come on, let's see if we get some... Oh, here we go, 3, 2, 1. And done and dusted for that. So, again, I scored a lot higher with this in other matches, but we got 13 kills on the board, so there's another 200 points for the playoffs event. So, anyway, this was sixth round in... Heat 6 in tournament, and you can see I've got my trusty old Guardian rocking out the dual rocket mortars. I'll keep this at normal speed so that you don't feel like you're watching chipmunks the whole time. Enjoy, guys.
First blood. Well done.
Okay, so while we're slowly watching things die... Oh, wow, a double kill. I will like to say that mortaring is not my favourite thing to do at this map. This is probably the first time I've really actually sat here with mortars and done a fair bit of damage, but I generally would like to drop my Aries here, or maybe my Panther. But yeah, this week of boringness has taught me that there are quite a few zones here that you can actually hit stuff. Things in the centre don't really get hit by mortars, although I don't really have the legendary radius. Mine's only an epic radius implant, so you know, I guess a maxed out build probably really does do a lot of damage here. But yeah, kind of lost my train of thought there for a minute. There we go, another kill. One thing I have noticed with mortars lately, and I don't know whether it's my gameplay, it probably is a bit my gameplay, but they don't seem to do as much damage as they used to. They still do the same damage, but everything's running a legendary pilot now, so the armor's a lot further up there than what it was. The other thing is that every second AI seems to dash out from underneath them, so they really have fine-tuned the programming a bit more on the AI to make it harder for players. I kind of get it, because between AI games as opposed to playing against real players, the scores are like hellishly different. You go from doing, 6, 8, 10 kills against other players to 20, 25 kills against AI. So yeah, I kind of get why they do what they do with the AI. Anyway, let's just keep watching some boring gameplay. So, as we can see, I still kind of do my old rain dance thing. I don't just stand in the one spot. It does help spread the rockets a little bit, but yeah. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say about mortaring. It's just about picking your zones, and it's about picking what targets. I have noticed a lot lately that you pick up the furthest possible target with these things, and the targeting sort of struggles to find a target sometimes. So I've been using a lot of lock target just to try and hit things, although I missed that one over there. But just so it doesn't jump off the target like that one kind of just did. Although it still fired at the one I was originally targeting, so yeah.
Unstoppable. Well done, Ninja Master. Well done. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, done and dusted on that one. Aren't we all happy that that's over and done with? And I will say these were not the best scoring games I had with these, because normally I sort of punch up about 22, 25 kills with my Guardian, and the other games I punched up a lot higher as well. But we'll get back into our scoreboard. We can see I managed to jag first for this, so hell yeah! We'll just get into what we did for points in a second. Here we are. We've got, you see I've got 34,900 points for killing things without damage, so yay mortars. You'll also see I've used a bit of A-coins, but the second best thing from a free and low budget player was just opening boxes up and throwing blueprints at this. I think I had somewhere between 350 and 400 boxes over the space of the week. That was awesome for the blueprint score side of things, so I was concerned that I was going to get jagged at the very end of this event, and I do know a player that did that. Did have that happen, and I really feel bad for him, but yeah. So there's our Asami 3-star. There's our kill shot dash damage, so they were guaranteed prizes. And we'll open up this thing, so not one legendary implant, which is kind of a bit disappointing, but I did get a disc launcher damage and an arc torrent damage epic implant, which I did need. Also thought I needed the carbine one, but apparently I already had a carbine damage on my carbine build. And we've got a few things for this next event, but yeah. So from the onset of this event, I think it probably was really worth the grind, especially if you were getting some of the things that you really needed. From my perspective, it really did help because I got a couple of implants from the random drops that I really did need. But yeah, well, it still would have been more impressed if I got at least one legendary implant out of that. But it is a 7% chance of the drop rate, but so that was probably being very optimistic. So advice for this, for any of these playoffs, is just keep collecting your boxes. That was one of the things that really did help me get over the line at the end. But just have a look at what you've got in the lineup of things that you can do, and just try and work out what is the best way to earn points if you really have time to grind. If you're a player that only plays a little bit here and there, then probably just don't even worry about it. But yeah. Anyway, boys and girls, I hope you really enjoyed this video, even though it was just more to play, and I tried to mix it up a little bit. I did get to chuck my little GIF in there. I wanted to put that in for so long. It's a funny little GIF, and it just shows, it depicts more than something fierce. I love it. I use it all the time. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you next time. Thanks, boys and girls. See ya.